Hello, how about working on our search box? But I observe something here that there's no city. We might have to add city to our codes and as well add city to this. It's not necessary anyway. I'm just going to add city to the system. First, I'm going to go straight to the system doc type. Go straight to property. Then click on it. Apart from that, might have to add city first. Um, not that new document. Okay, added city, then go to the property, then include city. Where should I add it? Okay, I think I'm gonna add it before this address. Doc type property. I'm gonna add it before the address. Edit. Insert below city link here. City mandatory. Yeah, should have a city by default. Option modify doc type city. I've saved city already. City. Oh my god. Still have some content in the paste. Okay, that's well done. I'm going to populate the city a little. At some point, I'm going to show you how to populate your database. Just going to add about 5 cities. Okay, I'm okay with this. But this might end up giving issue. How are we going to populate the 18 items? That's kind of issue at the front. You can just quickly do that from the database. Okay, just like this one. Okay, see city and you can select city from the drop down list. Of course, I have too many flats here as well. Let me change a few of these flats. Just gonna go straight to my database, the update tab, property, set city, where property underscore type equal to, let me see the property types I have. Flat. Okay, I'm gonna use flat. So all the flats will be set to, okay, so I'm using an unsafe this, but I'm still gonna do that as well. Okay, we're gonna turn that off. Set SQL save updates. We turn it off. Execute the code once more. And we have 15 rows affected. Go back to the property page, reload, and I'm gonna also work on this duplex condo. Okay, duplex and condo. Okay, that's fine. If I open this one now, the city should be Lagos by default. I'm gonna close this. Reload. Okay, Lagos by default. How about this? The flat should be Berlin. So we're gonna reload it. Sorry, city should be Berlin. Okay, that's fine. Can go back to work on the search from the front page. Okay, we want to pick this and this. The type, property type, property status, city, then use our search. Before working on the search, you can decide to use this well. You can decide to use the home page for this. So I would have loved to use a different. I would use the home page. Okay, index. I have type, type. Sorry, property type, status, and city. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to pull the type, the status, and the city from the web request. Then from my index.html, work on the form. How about adding this city? How about retrieving the city and adding it dynamically to this form? It's that simple. Go straight to this your page, context.city. Let's check where we got the type from as well. Property type. Okay, we got it from somewhere. The status is more of a select field. I'll leave it as it is. Context.city is assigned frappe.db. Let's run an SQL query. Select name from tab city. Okay. How about name from tab property type? Hope that's the name I used. Okay, that works as well. Okay, this is fine. Yeah, we go straight to our this property type. Then we look through the property type. Get rid of this. For type, rename this to types. Cities, make it plural, and types. Can close the server, restart in types. Okay, this becomes type. Moreover, this should be returned as a dict. Same way, and that's all. You can save, go to the home page and reload. Okay, fully reloaded. Go straight to the top. You see the cities: Lagos, Berlin, Los Angeles, London. Then for the type, you have condo, flat, duplex, bungalow, and block. This remains same, but you are going to change it for sale, for rent, for lease. Just going to change the wordings. Remove the save. And what's next is to try to translate this into a form. Is it a form already? Okay, it's a form. Let's try to get the value. Here is select, and what's the name of the select? It has no name. Name, call this type. The next form content is status. The next one is city. Where's the submit? Okay, here's the submit. Okay, that should be all. Go straight. I want to print the content of this entire values. Okay, fully reloaded. Can try to search. Just run a search from here. Okay, from our search, what did you observe? Say type is equal to type, although nothing came here, status nothing came here, city nothing came here, because this form, sorry, from the HTML page, you should try to update the content of this list. Do I have that? Okay. Here, the values as well should have something in it. But although this other one should have had content in it, okay. Try once more to okay, we see condo status sale city Lagos. I check the terminal and you see it's condo sales sale and Lagos. Okay, we can use that now. Although I'm still skeptical about something, let me try to check on something. Next, let's see if we'll get next. Okay, I could not pick out next from here, so we're going to modify that. I'm going to modify that. Since I've gotten this, I'll pass this to my this as conditions. Recall I used conditions in my UT earlier. This as conditions if there's conditions passed. So the condition becomes and city. What's the first value passed? And type status city and property underscore type equal to type. And sitting equal to sitting. So something is missing here. And status equal to status. Okay, that's the conditions. If and only if. First, I'm going to define condition above as conditions, just like this. Then check if this and this and this, if type and status and city exist, then we run this condition, else our condition becomes blank. Once we are done with this, you pass it to the pagination. Okay, page is page, doc type equals to property, page is page, then conditions equals to what? This condition. If no condition, we get this. If there's condition, we get this. Then we'll go back to our pagination where we pass this. Try and modify this pagination a little. So here we have, I'm gonna pass this conditions. By default should be none. I'm gonna get rid of these conditions here. So any other thing, this should be nice, but now we have to pass something back to the page. What I want to do is say if conditions, if the condition is not black, if conditions, then search. Here search should be false. Search is false. I'll use that as a flag. So if condition search is what? True. That's all. Let me try this line of code, see if it will work. Not there. Okay, code will work. So if condition search is equals to is assigned to, then here we pass search. That's all. So in this code, what will happen is once there's condition will be passed into this place. If there's no condition, it will just pass this blank into this place and go about its business. And what's the condition? The condition will be this. If there's condition, you run this query, add, and property type is the type passed, and city is the city passed, status is the status passed. Then use it to run the query, return the result back to the system. Close this off. Stop the server, restart it. First check before I touch this as expected. Okay, I'll search with flat. Okay, no result, no result, and that's no issue. We can check our terminal to know why we have no results. And seems we have some kind of error. Let's see. Okay, it says syntax error in query. Select name, property, status, address, grand total, image from that property. Here is where we got it wrong. Got it wrong here. We're going to modify that code from the util, not util, from here as where. Okay, let's check through the terminal again if there's an error or if an error will crop up. There seems to be no error for the now. Okay, let me check my page. Uh, how many values did it return? It returned, let's see, just six. Okay, not six, returned more than six. Let me check condo. I don't think there's any property with condo. Okay, with flat. Let me check with condo in Lagos. There's nothing with. Let me check with condo in. Let me. I'm trying to get something that will not be found. Okay, I did duplex. Let me look for the duplex. But this duplex city is. Need to reload this entire dashboard. Berlin. Okay, let's try that. Yeah, just one in Berlin. But how about we change the rent? To change to rent rather than sale, and nothing will be returned blank. Well, we're gonna fix this pagination. Okay, how about duplex for sale in Lagos? No. The value we entered earlier was in London. No, is it in London? I think so, in London. Um, no values returned. Duplex. Okay, condo should be a duplex for sale in London. Duplex for sale in London. How am I getting no value? Duplex for sale in London. Which city did I use the duplex for? Can't even remember. Hmm. Flat for rent in Lagos. Just one. Then flat for rent in Lagos. Yeah, I think I went for rent before. Flat for sale in Lagos should be more than that. There's so many of them, yeah. Okay, our search is working. The last thing to fix is this pagination. And that's so very easy. If we click on this pagination, we'll end up having something else. we get a result, but the result is based on default page, not based on this search. We only want the pagination to be based on the search. And how do we go about that? Just so on this HTML page, recall we said search. We added a flag called search in the utils. Utils. If condition search is true, go straight to the pagination. Yeah. So we have if search. That's okay. If it is search, then this link, this URL will change like this. If it is search, it changes to this. Change to something like this. Let me be sure that the condition also affects the default search. Okay, I also added the conditions to this count. Also count because when we search, we also want to count what we search for as well. Then use it for pagination rather than do count for the entire page. Okay, we'll test. Okay, first we run our normal pagination to the next. I think we are retrieving 6 pages by default. Next, page 3 should stop in page 5. Next page, how many are we retrieving? 6. That is 6 by 3. 6 times 3 is 18. Okay, this should be the last page because we're on page 3. No next. Then how about I use search? At the end of the day, search me. Okay, we have search here. Condo for sale in Lagos. No such value. Flat for sale in Lagos. Sorry, we need to adjust something. We need to adjust something. But we need to adjust something in this place. Should not make this static. We need to pick it up from this index. So since we have this, we say if these conditions, then context. Oh, that's a terrible mistake. Okay. Once this is available, there is search. We pass this back to the HTML page. Here becomes type equals to type. This status and city. So it's not this city. Okay, that's a sensible thing to do. Replace this with it. And ksoft. Cancel this. Go back to the browser. Okay. Why we have that result is that we have condo. You can see condo here, sale, and Lagos. I'm going to change that value to flat. You might also find a way to retain your search value. There's also ways to retain that. So here I have flat, sale in Lagos. I have results for that. And the pagination will be based on the results, right? But when I click this, it should also retain, okay, it has not retained that. I'm going to make sure I work. Sorry, I'm going to work on that. Let me test that once more to see why I'm having that issue. Next, okay, it's not kind of seeing what we type. I said if search, else, and if there's search, use this, else, use this, okay? I might have to change this search to did I return this search? Let me look at my page. Yeah, I think I did return it, but I don't know if I added it to the page. Wow. Context dot search. Restart. Okay, we're reloaded. I'm gonna try that again. Flat for sale in Lagos. Check the next. Okay, now I think it works. Say question mark page 2. Page equals to 2, type is equals to flat, status equals to sale, city is equals to Lagos. And let's see how many items we have. Oh, are we still having all this? Yeah, I think it works well. So we have just 13 items. 6, 6, 13. Okay, nothing more. Then how about I search for this duplex in Berlin, just an item, no next, no previous. And how sweet is that? Okay, how about condo for sale in Los Angeles? No item, nothing. Once there's no item, you can just kind of add something that's nothing. If there's nothing at all, if for loop dot empty. Okay, and I think I'm kind of done with this web page and the search, pagination, the web page detail. The next thing I'm going to try to do is work in working custom, writing custom Ginger, and trying to reset up the configuration, system configuration, and some other things. And with this, I believe you can be able to do some things on your own. Thanks for watching. Please do like and subscribe.